This is going to be a video tutorial about this right here. It's called Bright Stars and it's like a walk around walker. Here you see it's empty since I decided to change out the water. If possible, I was wondering if you can change out the water in the star. That there's like two little buttons there that you can press and the water moves around with little stars in there. So I took the whole thing off to check it and see if I can change it. And you could. Now you see here there's two holes here. There's two screws underneath. You go underneath it or you flip this around and there's going to be two screws there. So you're going to take those off and the whole thing just pops off itself. So I have it over here. Excuse my mess. This is what popped out. This is what we're talking about here. I already switched the water, but it was yellowish. It was pretty dirty actually. It looks much better. I don't know if you guys seen like water just sit there for a very long time. It turns like a yellow, sort of like apple juice looking like water. So that's how it looked like right now. I just switched it, but I just want to show you how I did it. So these are the two screws that pop off underneath that go right here, the two that I showed you at the walker. These are the ones that pop off. You take these off, this pops up. So now here it had several screws. It had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. So they were all along here. So I took those off and then this thing pops off. So I set it to the side and I put, I set these screws on the side. So this is what I saw. This was actually off, which I think it makes like some type of little noise somehow. Oh, this one does. Oh, it's okay. Well, it makes a sound. There you go. It's just popping up here. Okay, so on this star, this one also had screws. It had 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this also pops off. And that's the, the mirror-like water that you see there. Okay, so this is where I was like, okay, there should be, those little, probably what you've seen in, like, floaties and stuff like that. Like, those things that pop up open and you can blow air into them. I thought there was something like that on here. Oh, this just pops off. It's just grabbed in. Okay. So this is what you're looking to the water to replace. Now you can kind of see there's still like yellow in there, but there's no way you can like put your finger in there and clean it. So what I did is I put new water and I went like that until all the yellow stuff came out from over there. So really the plastic in there is just the dirty looking thing, but the water is actually clean now. So I thought, okay, how are you supposed to put new water in there? Well, down here, there's like a little slit you can open. I burnt it, so it'll close it back in. But from the previous one, I saw that it was burnt. So I thought, okay, maybe that's how they put the water in there. So it's this right here. And you can see there, that's where I put the water in. Well, I just cut a little bit so I wouldn't be left with nothing there. I cut a little bit and then I took out the water, put in some more, pumped it, threw it out again, and then I redid it again. But I have chopsticks at home, or you can use anything to poke it in with. So what I did is to make it open, because I saw that there was like gunk stuff in there, so it would just keep getting stuck in there. So I would just be poking it with a chopstick. To refill it, it was taking forever, just holding it, pinching it so it can be held open. It was hard. So what I did was I grabbed just a straw, and on the side here, focus, I just cut it like slanted to where there was like a slit in there. I don't know if you can see it. Focus. Well, there you go. So see, I cut it instead of being round because it wouldn't fit in there, so I just cut sideways. And so this is what I was poking in there. So I would put it in there, and then I would be filling it with water and then blowing in it because I guess there was not much air in there. So that's how I filled it up. And then, where's my little slit? Right here. And then, okay, so I dried it up, and you can tell there I put glue. You know, you see that white stuff right there? I put Gorilla Glue just in case, but I didn't like pour it in there. It has like a little, let me show y'all. This glue has, oh, it says on there, fresh end nozzle. So it has like this little brush on at the end. So that's what I used to like brush it in there because, you know, I had trouble putting whatever it was in there. So I kind of held it open and I put some in there. So I saw that, I thought maybe, you know, with time that glue wouldn't last for a long time and the water will probably be slipping out or, you know, leaking out. So since I saw it burned earlier, I grabbed myself, you know, like a lighter. I do not smoke, just so y'all know. I don't smoke, but we had it there for some reason. So I kind of burnt the tip of it, and you can kind of see there it's kind of burnt. And once I kind of burned it, it's hot, but there was a little bit of flame on there, so I would just blow on it and then just, you know, go like that. And it looks like that held it in. Let's see. Yeah, there's no water leaking out or anything. So now I'm ready to pop it back in. So just like the first steps that I told you guys. So I'm gonna work down from there, and then I'll come back to you and see how it works. Before I keep on going, I noticed there's a lot. It's like super dirty in there. There's even hair in there. I just grabbed myself a Clorox wipe, and I'm just gonna wipe it down before I screw everything back in. You can even see on the lid there's like dirt there. I don't know what that is. Cookie maybe, kids. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do first. Okay, I was having trouble putting the star back on, so I'm gonna show you guys. I can't do it with the camera, but you see how these lift up when they're on the table? So you gotta lift it up, and that goes in. Of course, you make sure these things are in because you want it to be beeping. So anyways, okay, so you gotta lift it, and then once you're lifting it, this piece right here has to line up with that. So once you lift it, it should go right into place there. And this is the one that goes with the other one. So just make sure you line this up, and that way you won't be having too much trouble. And you pull this up.